And it's categorized as, ready for this, folks, the mother of all breaches, which, obviously doesn't sound good at all. Can you just tell us a little bit about what this cyber attack?
Call it the mother of all breaches, which is not a bad way to express it, but it's actually a bunch of combined breaches, right? So it's not just there wasn't one attack that got 26 billion records, and that's what this is: 26 billion records released in a single document, or a single share, anyways, is a better way to term it. What it means is that there's 26 billion records that are out there. Now, some of these are old. Some of these are from last year. Some of these we knew about. Some of them are brand new, right? Some of them are records we've never seen before, and the breakdown of that is a little iffy right now. Which ones are what percentage is new, what percentage is old? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because what they've done is they've collected all this information into a single data set. And so if you've ever worked with data before, you know that it can be, imagine spreadsheets. Imagine you got to upload 10,000 spreadsheets into your computer system to corral all that data. That can be pretty tough, right? That's a tremendous amount of work. Somebody did this, though, took all this information from unreleased stuff, from released stuff, and put it all together, which makes it really easy to access and create a database from, which means if you want to target people, instead of looking at so many different sources, you can look at one source and get all this information. And that's what's really dangerous about it. Well, it's not the only thing that's really dangerous about it, but that's one of the things that's really dangerous about it is it's really easy to get all this information in one place at one time.
Obviously, the next question is, what can we do to protect ourselves?
So how are you affected? First off, just assume you are. 26 billion records, just assume you are. Second off, if you've used one of the affected companies, but there's so many companies, man. I can't even give you a full list in a reasonable time frame. But if you use some big ones, on Twitter, LinkedIn, Telegram, Dropbox, Evite, Canva, Adobe, Tencent, those are just MySpace. I know too many people are still using MySpace, but apparently they're still keeping your records around for the hackers, right? So that's something to take in consideration. You can go to websites like haveibeenpwned.com. I've mentioned that before in these. That's a good place to check if your email has been detected. Now, that's not a universal detection method as if we talk about healthcare later and stuff like that. We'll talk about why email might not be as effective to detect those kind of breaches. But that's a good way to start.